Hey everybody, how's it going? This is a little random video. Earlier today I went out to Michael's Arts and Craft, which is the closest art supply place to me, to buy some stuff. And I ended up buying a couple of things for the hobby of painting miniatures and stuff. I didn't go in there intending to do that, so that was pretty cool. So I thought I'd share it with you guys. First up, it's what's on my base here. The brown parts that you see here are actual bits of cork. Which I thought was pretty cool. They had it in the sand, like decorative sand section for, I guess, sand art stuff. They had coarse and fine sand in different colors, rocks, pebbles, coffee beans even, and cork. And for like 2.5 pounds of sand and stuff, or 2.5 ounces of cork, because cork is very light, it was like $6 to like $8 depending on, maybe even $9, depending on what you were buying. The cork, I believe, was like $6-ish. And, you know, like, put in perspective, I changed containers for it, but this is how much cork I've got. So that's a fair amount of cork bits. They're pretty big, as you've seen. They can do well for representing rubble or rocks, depending on the type of terrain you're going for. Like, if you're going to make a table or terrain pieces for a table, this can work well with flock to give it uneven surfaces, make it look more authentic as a blasted battle zone, for example. I wouldn't recommend using it solely on the base, except for like dreadnoughts or monstrous creatures, and depending on what you're going for, it can work on the smaller bases. But it's just cool flock alternatives, because not the GW flock, but any flock you buy, modeling flock you buy, be it sand or actual flock, from Games Workshop or other modeling supply companies, tend to be a bit more expensive. You don't get as much. Now granted, if this is the same tub of flock I had since I started flocking my bases, and I don't even think I went halfway through it, so you do get a lot of use out of it. I don't want to say you don't, but I do believe the sand and the cork and whatnot is a lot cheaper to buy. So if you're looking to get more sand or different textures, I would suggest checking your local art and craft store for the sand, like the sand art section. They'll have different types of sand, different coarseness and whatnot. I want to go back there eventually and pick up maybe the coarse sand, the small pebbles, because as you can see, the flock itself is rather fine, rather uniform. So you don't get a lot of different texture there to make it look really uneven and broken up like rubble. And in order to get that, you really need to use different types of sand. Now, of course, you can just go out to your local park or side streets and just get the dust and dirt that collects there. But I don't want to do that. I'm lazy when it comes to doing that, and I don't want some random side road gravel. So I go out and buy it. That way I can get the specific, there we go, the specific type of sand I want, or whatever, or corkness situation. So that was like maybe $7, $6.50, whatever. So that's not bad. At least I don't think so. And secondly, archival pens. Now I did a video on them in the past about the sizes I use. This one's where is it? Let's go. 005. There's also 01, which is like the step up from this. And I don't know if I mentioned in the video, but my one complaint was it wasn't easy to find archival pens as small as 005 in different colors. Well, I haven't been to the craft store in a while, so I went today, and I was surprised to see them offer in a variety of different colors. Now, maybe you knew this already. I certainly didn't, because I don't go to the craft store very often. But I thought that was pretty cool. And just like with the black, they come in different sizes. And before, like, you could just buy black, a variety pack of black in a bunch of different sizes. Now you can buy a variety pack of specific size. This is all 005, so everything you see here is 005 size, but comes in 6 different colors: green, blue, purple, red, and brown, and black, of course. So I thought that was pretty cool. You can buy it in the variety pack. I think this was like $15, maybe $16 for the 6, or you can buy them independently, the colors you want. So if you don't need purple ever, you can just buy the green or something like that. They also sell the variety packs in different sizes. That was a 005 variety pack, they had the 01 variety pack, and so on and so forth. As well as the different individual ones in different sizes. So what's the big deal? Well, this opens up more horizons. Instead of just having black and doing purity seals or some lining that way, if you do any red lining on your armor or whatever you're painting, or green or whatever, now instead of using paint and a brush and having to go back and potentially clean it up, because I don't know about you, but I don't have the world's steadiest hand. It's not shaky, but still, I make mistakes. With the archival pens, they're a lot cleaner line, a lot crisper of a line, and if you do go and accidentally twitch your hand or sneeze or something, it's not going to really blotch up the paint. It'll be a nice crisp line that you can go over easily. Again, wait for your paint to completely dry before using these, or you can ruin the tip and make it really hard for the ink to come out and take a while to clean it by just pretty much rubbing it against paper to get it to flow again. So wait until your paint's fully dry. If you're wondering what uses you would have for different colors, towel players can find great uses for these. Set markings, I personally find to be a pain in the ass to paint on. That's why I don't do it on my Far Side Enclave. Granted, it's also white, so I couldn't make use of these. But point is, if your set markings aren't white, chances are they're probably one of these 6 colors. Well, not chances are. There's a good possibility it's one of these 6 colors. So you can go in, then, instead of painting on your set markings, do a test run, see how well the marker shows up, or these archival pens show up on paint, because just like with paint, ink will show up differently on different colored backgrounds. So with dark armor, it may not show up as well, and it may not work for you. But what you can do likewise is you can put a little white paint down where you're going to do set markings, put the set markings on it, and then clean it up with the color of your armor again. Not the best idea, but certainly a little bit easier than potentially painting on the set markings. Who knows? But definitely I say worth picking up, at least if you want green, pick up the green marker for a couple of bucks and see how it looks in different colored armor, depending on what you need it for. You can use the red on yellow armor to like Imperial Fist symbols or iconography in red on the armor. Different script works you can do in different colors depending on the background. Obviously red won't show up well on red. It may not show up well on Chaos Black, but it can show up well on tan and red, not reds, tans and whites and stuff like that. So I think it's worth giving it a look-see. The variety pack was like $15 or so, which gave me another black one, which is always good to have, and then 5 different colors that I can just play around with. Good for freehand, instead of freehanding, like writing, doing text in different colors on a surface, you could go ahead and use the archival pens. And if you have neat handwriting, unlike me, you can kind of do, not calligraphy because it's not the right tip for it, but you can do really fancy script writing. Take a little getting used to do it on paint, but once you do, you can probably do some pretty cool writing with this as well. That's why I use the black force on purity seals and doing some writing on scrolls, or like name scrolls, and you can do the same thing with these different colors on different surfaces and whatnot. Eldar could use green, for example, to do some like weird ruin work on Wraithbone or something. I don't know. It could be pretty cool. Anyway, I just thought I'd share with you guys some of these stuff that I found. These 2 things that I found for the hobby. Always worth checking out flocking materials. If I didn't say so already, another good alternative is kitty litter. But if you don't have a cat, you'll be buying a lot of kitty litter just to use for flocking. But it would last you a long time, so it would be a great value in that regard. And these archival pens, give them a look-see if you want some different colors. And of the colors I mentioned, which is red, green, brown, purple, and blue, if one of those stands out, you just buy it by itself and see how it works. Anyways, that's pretty much it for my rambling. Hope you've enjoyed, and take it easy.